I am selling New York to France and giving all of the money to Congress.
Now that's how you do it?
He became president today.
If you're the U.S. military and you're blowing up these fishing vessels, that's kind of weird, right?
Taliban trouble. Heroin, by the turn of the 21st century, had become one of the world's most valuable resources.
Right? Because these bombs are very expensive. These fishing vessels are not that expensive.
A resource that could generate over $100,000 billion a year in revenue.
Why are you targeting innocent civilians?
Without the white powder, there would be no black ops, no means of obtaining control of Eurasia, no way of molding the global economy and political relations.
Also, remember, this is the military, so they have lots of rules of engagement. If they do not believe there's credible cause to attack these fishing vessels, they wouldn't do so.
That's right, murmur. And when you're done, get me some pants.
If you're the president, who the hell have we been governing the country with for the last 3 hours?
An imposter, you good-for-nothing idiot! You humanized...
On January 27, 2000, a catastrophe occurred for covert activity when Mullah Omar and the other leaders of the Taliban announced their plans to ban poppy production within the Islamic Emirate of Afghanistan.
I mean, these are soldiers. They have morality, they have integrity, they have honor.
This decision sent shockwaves through the U.S. intelligence community. From 1976 to 2000, the Afghan opium poppy harvest had grown nearly tenfold, climbing from 250 to 2,000 tons during the covert war of the 1980s.
So I think they do believe that these fishing vessels are transporting drugs, and this is maybe the shot heard around the world. It's just the first shot in this war.
And then from 2,000 to 4,600 tons during the Civil War of the 1990s. The country's economy had transformed from a diverse agricultural system based on herding, orchards, and 62 varieties of field crops into the world's first opium monocrop.
Trump has talked about Mexico, going after the Mexican cartels. And so I think that's what's happening. I don't think that Trump will launch a full-scale invasion of Venezuela because it's going to blow up in his face.
Israel also served the CIA's interest in Africa.
The CIA was financing most Israeli operations in Black Africa in the 1960s. These operations were quite extensive because at the time Israel had relations with about 30 Black African countries and was involved in a lot of things. And as it turned out, this was all financed by the US government.
Frontline has learned that under a top-secret program codenamed KK Mountain, the CIA funded Israeli covert activities in Africa with a budget of up to $20 million a year. One product of this relationship was the man who would become the dictator of Uganda, Idi Amin. He received military training in Israel.
Right? It'll be like another Vietnam. Venezuela is a very mountainous country. Venezuela has preparations for a guerrilla warfare in case of an American invasion. America doesn't have the manpower or the political will to invade Venezuela.
Thanks to the Taliban prohibition, the opium poppy harvest fell from 4,600 tons in 1999 to 81 tons in 2001. The situation had to be addressed by the military-industrial complex.
But what Trump can do is constantly threaten drug trade routes to make it expensive for the global deep state to continue its drug smuggling operations.
It's possible. We shouldn't leave anything to chance. Wouldn't want Congress working with the wrong president.
A very good point, Mr. President. Do we believe this fine, feathered, collaborative gentleman to be our commander-in-chief? Or are we gonna let Mr. Cashbar at the Christmas party stay in office? All in favor of turkey president.
You can't be serious. You think he cares about America? Is that why this is happening to you? Because you cared about America?